Hello again, everybody, from Wellington High School. We're going to have basketball here in just a moment, but first we'll have the national anthem, the second of two consecutive nights for the Jupiter Warriors as they're on the road for the first district game of the season here at the Wolverine Den to take on the Wolverines of Wellington tonight. I'm joined by Brett Rowley, and we'll talk to Brett about this ball game in just a moment.
And your Wellington Wolverines. At this time, we ask that you stand, remove your caps, and join us in honoring America with the playing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by our dirty light what so proudly we held at twilight's last gleaming, whose broad strength and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we marched were so gallantly streaming. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the
I know. She ought to be good, right? Okay, what a rendition there by Christine Aguilera of the for the national anthem. Here's the starting lineup tonight for the Jupiter Warriors. 0-3. Brett, they're looking for their first win of the year here on a Friday night on the road, a district game. They'll start at one guard, Devontae Lillard, a 6'3 junior, and he's number 2. He'll be joined in the backcourt by Reed Goldwasser, a 5'9 senior, number 12. And the center will be Joni Harvey, 6'4, a junior, number 34. Starting at a forward spot, Anthony Souders coming off a good, strong ball game last night, 6'4", a senior, number 32. And the other starting guard tonight passed the test last night with a meniscus knee, Cody Wilson in the starting lineup. The 6-foot junior will be number 4. The Warriors 0-3, as we said, coached by Mr. John Anderson. Now for the Wellington Wolverines, coached by Matt Colon. They will start this lineup. They are 2-3 on the year. Clandell Salute will start at one guard position. He is number 1. Gene Renee will be another starting guard. He is number 21. The center is Aaron Kwiatek, number 22. Alex Dudon is their leading scorer. He will start at a forward, number 23, and Brandon Joseph will be a guard at number 24. So it proves to be an interesting night of basketball. We might mention, Brett, that the JV game tonight was won by Wellington 67-51, so it's a tough start for the Warriors on the JV level, now 0-4 on the year.
Well, Brett, it's yeah, the JV squad had another rough going. Really tough time. I hope they get a win soon. Looking forward to this varsity matchup, though, Brent. I feel like I'm watching the blue season opener for this Jupiter Warrior squad, and I think that Jupiter fans watching at home have reason to feel the same way with Cody Wilson making his first start for the Jupiter Warriors this season. And I got to tell you, in just a little bit of time that he was able to run the offense last night, it was a completely different squad, Brent.
Definitely was. He brings a lot of ball handling and a lot of good movement to the basketball team when he's out there, and I know that they're glad to have him back. They were a little worried as to when he would really be able to work his way in, although he has been doing very well from the knee injury that he suffered, by the way, here at Wellington during the football season.
I wish I had some wood to knock on. I guess I'll have to take the floor. The floor has to do. Cody is a phenomenal football player, and this Jupiter team was without him for the majority of their season. I hate to see him lose time off the basketball season for a similar injury. So we got our fingers crossed that he stays happy and healthy, regardless of wins or losses here, Brad.
Absolutely. Here's the tap control by Souders of Jupiter. This is a tall Wellington team, but not quite as athletic as what we saw last night from Dwyer. Here's a feed inside to Souders, and he laid it up a little bit too hard off the rim. Rebound to Wellington, and the Wolverines try to get up court quickly. With the ball is Brandon Joseph, number 24.
That's not the look I want to see for Souders. He shoots very well in traffic. They got to look to get him off the cut and in the interior of this Wellington defense.
Here is Salute with the basketball. He is probably the tallest player out on the floor. Looks to be about 6'6". He's guarded right now by Joni Harvey. Here is a drive to the bucket, the feed inside, and the ball loose on the floor and dug out by Jupiter. Here comes Cody Wilson. Tries to beat three men up the court, scoops and scores. Cody takes it all the way to the rack and gives Jupiter the lead here on the road 2-0.
Good show by Cody Wilson. Certainly healthy there. Great elevation. Went straight to the rack with the right hand at the
Coming out high to get the ball, Salute. They'll work around the perimeter. Brandon Joseph with the basketball now. Tries to use a screen from Quiatek. Does. He gets the ball along the baseline. His shot is put up a little bit too strong. Quiatek put it back up but couldn't get it. And a rebound to the Warriors. And quickly they'll get it to Joni Harvey. Joni's got to put it on the floor, pull up from 8, and drop it in. Joni Harvey with his first field goal. And Jupiter off to a good start here on the road, 4-0.
I'll tell you what, Brent, it looks like Jupiter's come out and they've matched the intensity that Dwyer brought them up to mid-game. They didn't match that intensity, and now they're bringing that intensity to this Wellington squad. We'll see if Wellington is going to adjust quickly.
Good point. Here's a drive to the basket and the foul committed on Jupiter. That was Dudon that drove to the basket. Joni Harvey is called for the personal. That'll be the first foul of this ball game, and it'll send Dudon to the foul line to shoot a pair.
Now, I believe it was a little bit of foul trouble that got Harvey out of the first half early in the game last night. I would have liked to see more minutes out of him. That just wasn't possible. If they can get their offense centered around a dribble and kick type of feel with it ending up in Harvey's hands, interior, that should be a great game plan for them. When they saw it in small amounts last night, it worked. We can see if they can get it inside against Wellington tonight.
Both free throws missed. Joni pulls down the rebound, gives it off to Devontae Lillard. Across the left side with the basketball, gives it to Cody Wilson out top, and he'll set the offense. Gets the ball to Lillard. He's going to try to slash to the basket, had it knocked away from behind, picked up by Wellington, and they'll take it down and drop it off, and the basket good by Salute. He got the assist from Brandon Joseph, and it's a 4-2 ball game.
I'll tell you what, at the first break in action, if I was the Jupiter coach, I'd grab that young man. I'd say, listen, you don't have to do it all tonight. You're not facing the same type of intensity. Make the smart pass.
Souders looks inside for Joni, gets the ball in, the ball knocked away with a long arm of Salute, who came over the side and knocked it away. Not only is he tall at about 6'6" or taller, he's got long arms as well. Lillard will put the ball in play for the Warriors, gets it into Cody Wilson. Cody puts it on the floor. Nice feed to Devontae, who lays it up off the glass for his first two.
So much calm presence to this offense. When the ball's in his hands, we are functioning well-oiled.
Totally different ball game from a night ago. Here's a nice back cut and a feed and a score for Dudon, his first two. And it's 6-4 Jupiter. 5 minutes, 12 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Brent Weibel here with Brett Rowley on the Big W Sports Network. Glad to bring you this Jupiter High School basketball action. Here's Lillard, lost the ball and got a double dribble. That's happened to him a couple of times tonight for some reason, Brett. It looks like a little bit of butterfingers or maybe the ball a little tough to grab for him.
He seems to be very excited early in the matchup, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. If the young man comes ready to play, he's just got to calm it down a little bit and start to see the floor develop in front of him.
Here's another back cut, and again they run the same play and the same result, the 4-point for Dudon, and we're tied at 6-all. And that brings Coach Anderson off the floor. Does not like the communication on the defensive end. Miller to try an outside shot, no good, rebounded by Wellington, and the Wolverines could take their first lead of the night. Quickly they get it up, and here's a drive all the way to the hoop, put up and in again by Dudon, who leads this team in scoring with 68 points in their 5 games. Here's Souders pulling up for a shot, can't get it, rebound Wellington. Pulled down there by Salute.
I like the body control shown by Dudon, and that right there is going to be a good game plan. If they want to keep going back to that, have him attack the interior of this defense and cause fouls. Right there, though, turnover, which is negative to that style of gameplay. You can sometimes come in a lot of control, especially at this level.
Dudon got called for the personal foul there, got a little bit out of control, and was called for the offensive foul.
I can see why Coach Anderson would be upset, though. This really should be a 6-point lead for Jupiter. They've got 2 scores. Wellington's got 2 scores off 2 turnovers early in this one.
Tried to go inside to Joni Harvey, and the ball lost away, and it's going to go off of number 21.
Very nearly a 3rd turnover in a row, Brant. They really
Jean Renee. Now Lillard will put it in play. They've got Cody Wilson out of the ball game and Jose Cordero in. The ball comes into Cordero. Here's Souders. He was open for a shot, but passed it up for a closer look for Devontae, and he drops it in off the baseline from about 13 feet away.
This young man is dangerous in space, Frank. You can see that right now.
8-8 is the score. Wellington has the ball in Duodun's hands. He gives it up, though. Now it goes down low, and a basket put up and in by number 3, Calandis. Stephen Calandis gets the hoop to put Wellington back up 10-8. Again, that inside defense a problem for Jupiter. They're not switching inside, and they're not cutting off the baseline. Here's a great feed from Lillard to Joni Harvey, and he missed the easy one.
Well, you said it down here on the defensive end for Jupiter. Harvey's got to move over and rotate on the baseline a lot quicker than he was. Those are 2 easy buckets in a row for Wellington down low.
Wild shot was taken off the rim, and Devontae feels it, puts it up, but it's short. That might have been a 3-pointer had it gone, but it rimmed out, and here comes the Wolverines. Here come the Wolverines. They get the ball off to Renee. He takes it on the left-hand side, and the ball might have been kicked. I think Cordero got a foot on it. And number 44 into the ball game, Derek Beard. Don't be surprised at the early substitution by Jupiter tonight, having come off that game from last night where they worked pretty hard. There's a nice inbound pass to Duodon, and he drops it in. He's unstoppable right now. He's got 8 points in the quarter, and he gives Wellington a 12-8 lead with 2:32 to go. And John Anderson not happy with his inside defense with his hands on his feet across the way. Here's Goldwasser, tries to drive in, gets the ball to Beard, goes baseline, got cut off, kicks it back to Cordero. He'll fire from out front. Air ball, missed everything, out of bounds. Give the ball to Wellington.
Out of nowhere, Wellington seems to come alive defensively, and they're challenging every shot inside down the last 2 possessions.
Coach Colin's got them playing good defense. There's no doubt about that. And their offense has come to life. With the basketball is Brandon Joseph. Joseph's a well-built young man. If he wants to go to the hoop, he's got a lot of muscle. It'd be hard to hold out of there. Kicks it out on the side. And they try to give and go. Doesn't work. That's number 11 with it, Prudhomme. He passes it, gets it back, drops it off inside. And they're still working the perimeter. Here's Duodon, steps in, misses a shot, but it's cleaned off the backboard by number 3, Galandis, and he drops it in for his second hoop. He's got 4, and it's 14-8. And second shots are killing Jupiter right now.
I love the decision to forego the 3-pointer and get the ball in closer. It allows your rebounders to get better position, and it allows you to get a better look at the hoop. Well done by Wellington.
Nice drive by Devontae, gets the ball to Beard, but he missed it badly, and the rebound is taken by Wellington. Man, they are just giving Jupiter one shot and cleaning the backboards quickly the other way, and it's knocked out of bounds by Jupiter. 14-8.
Big bodies for Wellington. They're a little bigger, a little taller. Not quite as athletic, quick, or fast as the Dwyer team we saw last night, but still they're having their way inside. They can continue to make concerted efforts to box out. Jupiter's going to have a tough problem on the glass tonight.
Right off the inbounds, Nick Brown scores a hoop. And 16-8, Wellington has doubled up the score on Jupiter. And here's a drive that set Beard up for another shot, but he misfires badly inside. He could have gone right on in and laid that off the glass. A three-pointer in the air, off the mark. Rebound, Devontae Lillard in the open court. Gets the ball to Souders. He'll try a three. It's going to be short and go out of bounds. And boy, Jupiter might have lost their legs in that Dwyer game last night, and not much coach can do about it right now.
Souders got successful last night. That dribble penetration. He's got to get in close to the
Michael Kuba's in the ball game for the first time. He's coming off that broken hand. He's got a heavily taped right hand. We haven't seen him all year. Final 18 seconds, and Wellington's going to spread the floor and keep their lead of 8 and maybe try to add to it. Here's the ball knocked away, but picked back up by Joseph, and then he throws it away as he tried to go down low to Nick Brown, and Brown couldn't handle the low bounce pass, and Jupiter will have 6 seconds to try to get a shot off here. They're going to flip it in to Devontae Lillard. He's going to bring it down, pass it ahead. Kuba's got it. He's going to take it all the way in and have a shot blocked at the buzzer. 16-8 is the score at the end of the first period. Wellington over the Jupiter Warriors. Uncle Mick's Bar and Grill at 6671 West Indian Town Road in Jupiter. Features live entertainment every Wednesday through Saturday night. Join them for all the fun at Uncle Mick's Bar and Grill in Jupiter. And make sure you're on the winning team when it comes to your financial future. Contact Richard Lepore at Signature Financial Solutions at 1375 Gateway Boulevard in Boynton Beach and set your course for financial security. Phone 561-596-2743. After tonight's game, stop by Cheeseburgers and More in the Jupiter West Shopping Center on Indian Town Road and enjoy one of their great burgers and your favorite beverage. The Jupiter Medical Center is a proud sponsor of Jupiter High School basketball and sports on the Big W Sports Network. Your friends at the Jupiter Medical Center say, go Warriors. And Giuseppe's Italian Restaurant in the Chasewood Plaza in Jupiter features a great family atmosphere. Enjoy the Italian cuisine daily from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. For takeout or catering, phone Giuseppe's in Jupiter at 561-743-2330. Well, some work for Jupiter to do, and it's going to have to start at the defensive end of the basketball court for them, Brett, as they have got to step it up defensively to slow this Wellington attack.
Yeah, I don't even want to mention what's going wrong or right for them in the offensive side of basketball, because they really need to tighten up on defense, and it really starts with intensity and quickness. Really, effort is the bottom line here. They got to slide over the baseline quicker. They have to get out and challenge shots.
Wellington with the basketball. That's number 24, Brandon Joseph. And the ball knocked away inside, stolen by Cadero. Gets it ahead to Devontae Lillard. He wants to put it on the floor. Gets the ball to Beard right through his hands and out of bounds, but tipped out by number 44, Nick Brown of Wellington.
Jupiter got bailed out there. No Wellington player touched that. But I'll tell you, on the other side of the ball, it starts right there. Beard denying the pass. That was a great play by Beard, denying the pass into the post. You want to stop scoring down low, don't let the ball get down there.
Cordero inside to Souders. He goes up strong, but had it swatted away. And then picked up by Wellington, and they can't control it. Michael Kuba comes up with the loose ball. Off to Devontae. He's going to drive in, scoop, shoot, can't get it. And rebound Wellington. A lid on the basket right now for the Warriors. Here's a long three-pointer. It's going to be short. Rebound batted away by Wellington. Number 3 there, Kalangis, luckily did not get called for a personal. Drop-off inside, layup missed, rebound Beard. It was. That was Kwiatek who couldn't drop it in from short range. Jupiter looking for some offense, and we've got a collision out top, and I believe an illegal screen set by Derek Beard.
night in a row, he's not falling for them.
16-8. We still haven't had a score here in the second period. So Jupiter a little bit fortunate that Wellington's offense has slowed down a little bit, or they could be behind by double digits or more. Here's a drive and a kick. Inside it goes. Quietek tries to work underneath. Can't do it. Back to Joseph. He'll head fake. Take it in. Batted away by Joni Harvey. Warriors have it. They need to try to get something going offensively. Devontae picks up the dribble, gives it to Kuva. Michael gives the ball back now to Cordero. Here's Kuva, tries to work the baseline, cut off there, gives it to Harvey. Way out top. Very active zone being played right now. Looks like a 2-1-2 played by Wellington, and why not with Salute in the middle. He's a big shot blocker. Devontae's going to pull up and take a tough shot that won't go, and the rebound goes to Salute and Wellington. Wolverines with the 8-point lead in the basketball. And here's a drive to the bucket, and a layup made very easily by Duodin, who's got his 10th point of this basketball game. So he by himself has outscored the Warriors. Three-pointer by Kuba's off the mark. Cordero slaps the ball away. Beard's going to take it in, try to reverse it. Had a block and a foul called. And let's see who they're going to get on this one. Salute got the foul, his first, team foul number 2, and Derek Beard to go to the line to shoot 2.
They need these bad.
Yeah.
I tell you, I don't know the medical situation of Cody Wilson, but I do know this team needs him back in the game. He's off the ready to come back in now. And I think we're about to see the complexity of this Jupiter offense change drastically once again.
Well, you really wonder what he said to coach, and he is back out there now. He does have a brace, or really it's not a brace, it's more of an elastic bandage on that left knee. And he looked like he was playing pretty well, but has been out for a long time. Beard's second free throw is good. Boy, they needed that. They got them both. Those are the first made free throws of this ball game, and it trims the lead to an 18-10 contest. So each team has scored just 2 points here in the early stages of the second quarter. With the basketball is Jean Rene. Drops it off in the corner to do it, and he takes it in and then has it stolen away by Cole Hain in the ball game for the first time tonight. And here come the Warriors looking for some offense. Get the ball to Jerome Davis. He'll try a three, and it's off the rim. No good. Rebounded.
The same thing that got them back in the game against Dwyer can get them back in the game here against Wellington, and that's getting to the hoop and getting to the foul line and making their foul shots.
Here is an illegal screen that's going to go against Salute, so right away he picks up his second personal foul. Now that might create some openings, although Nick Brown's a pretty good, Stephen Kalangis, a pretty good-looking ball player on the inside. Man, can you imagine to have two big guys like that? That gives you 10 fouls, and you still control the middle. Wow.
You got to feel like you got a great chance every night when you have two talents like that. And with him out, I do want to see who steps up and takes control of this offense.
They try to give and go to Hain. It's stolen, and here comes Wellington and a breakout, and they throw the ball away.
Already seen the effect of the general being off the floor. That was a bad
Goldwasser comes back in the ball game. Reed has not scored this evening.
I want to see a good ball game out of Reed. He had a tough goal last night. I want to see this kid get off the snide and flash over the skills. I know he's got it.
Cody Wilson gets the ball to Hain. He's going to go baseline. Drops it off inside. Harvey puts it up way too hard. No foul. Gets it out to Goldwasser. He'll try a three. It's short off the rim. Rebounded by Wellington. And then the ball stolen away by Goldwasser, but he can't control it along the sideline out of bounds. It'll go back to Wellington. Been that kind of night. Almost like the butter or something on the basketball for Jupiter. They've not been able to grab it cleanly. Wellington's had the much better control play. Here's a steal by Jerome Davis on the inbounds off to Cody Wilson. Has trouble controlling it, brings it down, gives it to Goldwasser. Goes inside, tries to reverse it, can't get it. Tipped in by Joni Harvey. Joni got one of his hands on it, right hand, and knocked it in, and it's down to a 6-point game at 18-12.
I look up at that scoreboard, I see 12 points on the board closing out the first half. Hard to believe that the same squad that hung in wire and put up 30 in the first half.
Absolutely. Here is a drive by Dewitt, he leans in, he scores again. Boy, he is almost too much to handle one-on-one. He's got 12, and it's 20-12, 8-point lead for Wellington. Cody Wilson's going to split the defense and put the shot up, and a blocking foul called on his way to the hoop, and they're going to call it on number 21 of Wellington, Jean Rene. That'll be his first, team foul number 4, and it will send Cody Wilson to the line. No, it will not. It'll be out of bounds, so not a shooting foul. Davis gets the ball into Wilson. Now Goldwasser, he's going to drive inside, drops it off to Harvey, and he scores. Nice pass to Joni Harvey, who's got 6, and it's 20-14.
Strong defender, drop it onto Harvey. That's what Goldwasser, Lillard, and Wilson all need to concentrate on doing right now.
Got to play good defense. Here's a tough matchup for Jerome Davis, and they get the ball inside, and then a foul call. Looked like the ball might have been held up. They just ran a pick and roll that time to Nick Brown, who sets a big screen because he's a big guy, and they got a good screen. They picked off Jerome Davis, who couldn't stay with Dewitt, and then he dropped the ball off to number 3, Kalangis, Nick Kalangis, who cannot, or Stephen Kalangis, who can't hit on the free throw.
If I was Jupiter, I would try to implement more of a speed game. This big size of Wellington could hurt them in a more full court, full speed game. If you can get them going up and down the court in a speed that they're not comfortable with, you can really exploit them with some of the ball handlers.
Well, that's a great point. 21-14, 7-point lead. Cody gets the ball to Goldwasser. Now it comes to Joni Harvey, splits the defense, and then had it blocked out of bounds by number 3, Stephen Kalangis.
Yeah, good hands by Kalangis. Very nice touch. Good hand-eye coordination by that young man.
So Jerome Davis will put it in play underneath the basket for the Jupiter Warriors. And holds it, gets it into Hayne. Gets it over to Goldwasser. He's going to drive inside. Tough fall-away shot. No good. Couldn't get it up over the trees. And here's a fast break for Wellington, but Davis hustles back and steals it away. And then Cody Wilson is fouled in backcourt by number 24, Brandon Joseph.
Getting to the bucket with a foul line. Cody Wilson really has to make a concerted effort to exploit any matchup he has.
So now with the basketball are the Warriors, and they could cut it to a 5-point game. It's a scrambling zone defense. Jody missed the shot inside. Another block by Kalangis, and quickly here comes Wellington the other way. They hit the bottom of the backboard on a drive, and they're going to rule that the ball will go to Wellington. That looked to me like it went straight off the backboard out of bounds.
Might have got a little piece of it as it was going up. I'm not quite sure. They're going to rule it off. Maybe you're right, Brad.
They get it into Kalangis. He kicks it out. Now they got it in Dewitt's hands. That's a good place to have the basketball. Just 14 points in this half scored tonight by Jupiter. Part of the offensive lows go to Devontae Lillard, who has just 4 points and hadn't scored in the second quarter. The leading scorer for Jupiter having a tough night. They work it inside, Dewitt, and trapped underneath. Now the ball is passed out, and we've got a whistle and a 3-second violation called on Kalangis, who was kind of camped out inside that time.
I promise you, Brad, the coaching staff saw something on Lillard they didn't like. He hasn't played barely any of the second quarter. He's just now making it back in since they opened up the second quarter. So we'll see what they were talking to him about. We'll see what kind of adjustments he might make in this game. But I'll tell you right now, I didn't like the way he was frantic on the offensive end of the court.
Here is Souders trying a 3-point basket. It won't go. Tipped back out to Devontae Lillard. Now to Souders. Back to Lillard. Long 3-pointer put up by Cody Wilson. No good. Rebound Joni Harvey, and a whistle blows, and a foul is going to be called on number 21, Jean Rene of Wellington. Team foul number 6. Not a shooting situation here.
It's only a matter of time before Wellington realizes that number 4 is having a real good go in dribble penetration. And if they start to make a real effort to close the lane off him, it's just going to open his teammates up more. And I have a feeling that Wilson's going to be able to find Harvey. find Miller, and even find Sauter and some of these other outside shooters as he continues to dribble and really pierce this Wellington defense.
Kyle Branch had the ball stripped away at the other end. He went up for a shot. He couldn't get it. And the Warriors still fortunate to have a chance to slice into a 7-point deficit here with 1:15 to play. And he gets the ball to Lillard. He's going to drive in and lost it. Picked up by Harvey. Puts it up. Left it short. Rebounded by Wellington. Again, Kalangis was in there, and Harvey could not get the shot up over him. So that size, that interior size, really for Wellington, is the difference in this ball game.
I'm not sure Jupiter's had one offensive rebound this entire contest. Don't hold me to that, Brian.
No, I think you're right. Got to call the foul on Goldwasser at the other end. That's just his first. Only the team's fourth team foul on Jupiter, and Wellington will take it out of bounds. 50 seconds to play in the half. They lob the ball for Kalangis. He made a good catch, got it off to do it, and he can't make the shot, and the rebound comes off to Lillard. Quickly ahead to Goldwasser. He tries to get his way in, and he scores. He beat the big guys down the floor and took it strong to the basket, and it's a 5-point lead for Wellington at 21-16.
I got to say, Brad, the hand-eye coordination and control of Kalangis right now is scary on both ends of the floor. That save on the last trip down in the outlet was absolutely phenomenal for a man his size.
Do it and has the basketball. Cody Wilson tries to stay with him. That's quick on quick, and he went across the 10-second line. A good defensive effort by Cody Wilson. He brings so much with his foot speed. It's just amazing. So we got 9 seconds here for Jupiter to actually have a chance to slice this lead down to 3, possibly 2, with a 3-point basket.
I wish we had more stats keepers here because I guarantee you Cody Wilson's plus-minus is positive. And the only man on Jupiter can say that.
Cody got the ball to Devontae Lillard, who couldn't hold it. It went through his arms and out of bounds. So they only had the ball for 4 seconds, and now Wellington will have the ball for the last shot of the quarter. Coach Matt Colin gets his lineup set and his play called. And you know who they're going to try to go to. They couldn't get it to do it, and the ball is slapped away. It's loose on the floor. Saunders picks it up. Let's go from midcourt, way short. And that will be the end of the first half of play with the Wellington Wolverines leading the Jupiter Warriors here at halftime 21-16. It was 16-8 at the end of the first quarter, and quite frankly, Brett Rowley, the Jupiter Warriors, very fortunate to be within 5 points here at the halftime as poorly as they've shot the basketball tonight.
I can't agree with you more. Wellington is having their way physically, but in a different way than Dwyer did last night. They're just using brute power, raw force to get themselves to the hoop and hit the interior of Jupiter's defense. Jupiter is very fortunate because Wellington is also shooting themselves in the foot. A lot of errant passing, and they're having a ton of trouble making the correct decisions on the fast break. Ultimately, on the other side of the court, Jupiter's offense in flashes has been solid. Those flashes start with Cody Wilson coming back on the floor. I'm pretty sure he's the only Jupiter Warrior with a positive plus-minus. When he came into the game, when he started the game, Jupiter started out with a lead. He went out, they quickly fell behind and did not get back into this thing until he came back in midway through the second quarter. We saw them come back on the tail end of some very good dribble penetration and kick out, some patient passes to Harvey, and I like what I see out of Harvey. He's getting big minutes in this game, which we didn't see out of him last game. I don't know what the coaching staff saw out of his game. The last game against Dwyer, maybe they didn't like the matchup, but he is having a big impact inside on the offensive end, and I want to see that continue.
21-16, our score at halftime. Uncle Nick's Bar and Grill at 6671 West Indian Town Road in Jasper. Features live entertainment every Wednesday through Saturday night. Join them for all the fun at Uncle Nick's Bar and Grill in Jupiter. Make sure you're on the winning team when it comes to your financial future. Contact Richard Lepore at Signature Financial Solutions at 1375 Gateway Boulevard in Boynton Beach, and set your course for financial security. Phone 561-596-2743. And after tonight's game, stop by Cheeseburgers and More in the Jupiter West Shopping Center on Indian Town Road and enjoy one of their great burgers and your favorite beverage. Jupiter Medical Center is a proud sponsor of Jupiter High School basketball and sports on the Big W Sports Network. Your friends at the Jupiter Medical Center say go Warriors. And Giuseppe's Italian Restaurant in the Chasewood Plaza in Jupiter features a great family atmosphere. Enjoy the Italian cuisine daily from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. For takeout or catering, phone Giuseppe's in Jupiter at 561-743-2330. Here's the way the scoring breaks down in the first half here this evening. It is for the Wellington Wolverines. They have the game's leading scorer in Alex Duodon, and Alex has totaled 12 points on 6 baskets. He's 0 for 2 from the foul line. He had 4 buckets for 8 points in the first quarter and 2 more in the second quarter. He's tallied 12. 2 points for Clandell Salute, the big 6'7" center who's in some foul trouble with a couple of personal fouls, set out a great portion of the second quarter. Brandon Joseph picked up a foul as well. The only other Wellington Wolverine to score tonight has been Stephen Phalanges, who has 2 baskets and 1 of 2 from the free throw line for 5 points. So, we talk about the defensive end. It's Duodon that they've got to get a handle on because they've done a pretty good job on everybody else. Duodon leads all scorers in this game with 12, and then 5 points for Phalanges off the Wellington bench and 2 for Clandell Salute. For the Jupiter Warriors, Devontae Lillard off to a very slow start tonight, a couple of buckets in the first quarter, but then misfiring after that, has 4 points at halftime. Reed Goldwasser, 1 bucket for 2 points. Joni Harvey has 3 field goals for 6 points to lead the Warriors in scoring here in the first half. He had a field goal in the first quarter and 2 more in the second quarter. 2 points for Cody Wilson on a field goal in quarter number 1, and 2 free throws made by Derek Beard, the only free throw shot tonight by the Jupiter Warriors, so he has 2 points. So Jupiter 2 out of 2 from the foul line, 1 out of 4 from the foul line for Wellington, but it is still led by the Wellington Wolverines here at halftime by a score of 21-16 on the strength of Alex Duodon, who has more than doubled up any other scorer in this ballgame, as he has 12 points here at the half. So again, halftime score 21-16. You're being entertained at halftime by the Wellington dance group, and hope you enjoy it. I'll read our sponsors again while we've got a little time here as you watch the entertainment. Uncle Mick's Bar and Grill at 6671 West Indian Town Road in Jupiter features live entertainment every Wednesday through Saturday night. Join them for all the fun at Uncle Mick's Bar and Grill in Jupiter. And make sure you're on the winning team when it comes to your financial future. Contact Richard Lepore at Signature Financial Solutions at 1375 Gateway Boulevard in Boynton Beach and set your course for financial security. Phone 561-596-2743. After tonight's game, stop by Cheeseburgers and More in the Jupiter West Shopping Center on Indian Town Road and enjoy one of their great burgers and your favorite beverage. And the Jupiter Medical Center is a proud sponsor of Jupiter High School basketball and sports on the Big W Sports Network. Your friends at the Jupiter Medical Center say, Go Warriors! And Giuseppe's Italian Restaurant in the Chasewood Plaza in Jupiter features a great family atmosphere. Enjoy the Italian cuisine daily from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. For takeout or catering, phone Giuseppe's in Jupiter at 561-743-2330. 21-16 our halftime score. We'll be back with the third period in just a few moments. We're getting set for the second half of action here at the Wolverine Den in Wellington, Florida, between the homestanding Wolverines of Wellington and the traveling Jupiter Warriors. And 21-16, and all things considered, John Anderson's got to be he's not thrilled with what he's seeing on the floor, but he's got to be happy he's only down 5. They could have easily been down 15 or 20, easily.
Yeah, this is a close matchup. It's going to stay close, too. I think Jupiter knows that they're fortunate to be here. I don't think they're going to squander it. This isn't as talented as the Dwyer squad they're facing. Now, I got to tell you, Brant, Allen last night showed what singular great talent at this level can do for a squad and do against a squad. Duodon's doing it here for Wellington in a smaller fashion, but same type of thing. And I got to tell you, I think Cody Wilson can be that for this Jupiter squad. I want to see if he's going to get more minutes. They got to ease him back because of the injury.
Actually, that is very true. Got to watch him, but he's out there right now. Souders gets the ball to Goldwasser. Here's Cody going baseline, kicks it out to a wide open Souders, and he can't hit the three, but Devontae gets the rebound, puts up a tough shot in the lane, can't get it. That's been that kind of night. They've had some opportunities, they just can't knock it down. That was a rare time for an offensive rebound. Here's a short shot put up by Wellington, and they can't get it. But they get the offensive rebound as Salute might have got away with a reach over there, but the reason there was no call is he wasn't blocked off. So he easily reached over and got away with it. Here's Duodon with the basketball. Tries to size up Lillard. Now backs away. Coming down to the 7-minute mark, and then the ball thrown away. They tried to get the ball to Quietech along the baseline and looped it out of bounds. So Jupiter's going to have to look for somebody, Brett, with a hot hand.
It's going to start with Cody Wilson getting an open man. He's been the most successful off the dribble, and he has done a good job of finding the open shooter. We'll see if he can continue to do that in the second half.
Here is Cody Wilson trying a three, way off the mark. Glanced off the side of the backboard, and now taken by Wellington, and they're going to bring it all the way down, and they get it to Quietech underneath. He missed it, but it's cleaned up by Salute. His second basket, he's got 4. So 23-16. It's one of those games, the harder Jupiter tries, the more difficult the game becomes for them. Here's Souders. He tried to drive and then backed away. Now takes it in strong. Had the ball knocked away. Gives it out to Goldwasser. Tries the three. Off the mark. Rebound. Quietech. Ooh, and he almost walked with it. That was a good look by Reed there, though.
Well, that's a couple good looks he's got now in this game. He's got to find his shot. They really need his scoring.
Absolutely. Here's a drive and a slash and a nice layup put up and in by number 23, Duodon, who's got 14.
Now, Jupiter's come out in a man-to-man, and it's Lillard's job to keep Duodon from the hoop, and he's simply got to try harder.
Here's the inside feed to Wilson. Tries to muscle it up, can't get it, but keeps after the basketball, but Wellington has it. Duodon brings it down. Oh, got away with a travel. Harvey picked the ball up and then got bumped into from behind. They're going to call personal foul here.
Well, they got to make that call up because Duodon traveled really bad. And but what's really scary is how easily he got from behind to in front of the man to the last defender. He should have just taken that ball up and scored. I'm not sure what kept him from shooting that shot.
Jupiter's fallen behind by 9. They've had some good looks here in the quarter, but still nothing falling. Their shooting percentage has got to be just atrocious. Here's Souders. Drops the ball off to Wilson. Cody's going to take it in, step in, fire, blocked away by Salute, and then a foul on, I think, Joni Harvey.
Yeah, Salute is a...
No, they call it on Cody Wilson, a holding.
Salute is a hidden danger. He had a quiet first half, but I have a feeling if this young man decides to assert himself, he could really put the clamp down on this Jupiter squad on the defensive end.
9-point lead for Wellington and a chance to push it to double digits, something they have not yet done tonight. But they could do so this trip. Jupiter mans up against them, trying to cut off the driving lane. Here's Quietech, puts up a shot that's short, rebound Souders. Pretty good defensive pressure that time. Set up by Souders, who tried to go after the basketball, and here's the ball. Thrown right out of bounds by Jupiter. Unforced error. What was happening there, Brett? They just misfired along the sideline, and Lillard couldn't get the ball.
Another lack of focus, and they really have to make a concerted effort to get the ball up court safely. They cannot afford any turnovers down this much. I like the man-to-man defense, though. It really puts the onus on each man to keep his assignment off away from the basket.
Wow. Alley-oop to do it on. Nobody cut him off from the basket. He's got 16, and they found him on the alley-oop when he got by Wilson. And it's a double-digit lead for Wellington, 27-16. Wilson kicks the ball to Goldwasser, brings it in. Got a couple of guys in the air, but he didn't go into him to draw the foul. And now has the ball stolen by Kwiatek, and he's going to go up for the stop, but he puts it in, and he's fouled by Wilson. It wasn't a clean dunk, but he got it to stay in, and he has a chance at the three-point play. And Cody Wilson has his second foul, and John Anderson really doesn't quite know what to do over there.
The emphatic hoop in the heart, that got this crowd up on their feet, some oohs and ahs, and this home Wellington gym is loving the big basket out of number 22, Aaron Kwiatek. And I tell you what, they are really attacking the basket hard. They're not even thinking about the outside shot right now. They're trying to attack the heart of this Jupiter defense, and why not?
Uncle Mick's Bar and Grill at 6671 West Indian Town Road in Jupiter features live entertainment every Wednesday through Saturday night. Join them for all the fun at Uncle Mick's Bar and Grill in Jupiter. Make sure you're on the winning team when it comes to your financial future. Contact Richard Lepore at Signature Financial Solutions at 1375 Gateway Boulevard in Boynton Beach and set your course for financial security. Phone 561-596-2743. After tonight's game, stop by Cheeseburgers and More in the Jupiter West Shopping Center on Indian Town Road and enjoy one of their great burgers and your favorite beverage. Jupiter Medical Center is a proud sponsor of Jupiter High School basketball on the Big W Sports Network. Your friends at the Jupiter Medical Center say, "Go Warriors!" Angus Eppi's Italian restaurant in the Chasewood Plaza in Jupiter features a great family atmosphere. Enjoy the Italian cuisine daily from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. And for takeout or catering, phone Giuseppe's in Jupiter, 561-743-2330. Wellington has scored 8 unanswered points, holding Jupiter scoreless here through almost the entire first half of this third quarter, and they now have a commanding 29-16 lead.
Brad, the way they're playing defense, they legitimately can hold this Jupiter team scoreless for the entire third quarter.
Let's hope not. The free throw is around the rim and no good. Souders pulls down the rebound. Jupiter's really been bothered by the size inside by Wellington. Cody Wilson with the basketball. Gets it over to Souders. He looks for Lillard. His man was trailing him. Instead, Goldwasser tries a shot way off the mark, rebounded by Wellington. They missed Devontae that time. He was inside and had a smaller man on him. Three-pointer put up by Wellington, no good, but they put back his miss and then followed up and in by Salute. He's got 6, and it's now a 31-16 lead for Wellington as they double up, nearly double up on the Warriors. Here's a drive by Souders, puts up a runner, bounces, won't go. Harvey got a hand on it, couldn't get it. Wilson steals the pass after it's rebounded, leaves it short, got it back, can't get it, got it back again, put it up, and he draws a foul on number 23, Alex Duodin. That'll be his second, team second, and Cody Wilson will go to the line to shoot a pair of free throws. We have not had a lot of free throw shooting in the ball game tonight.
I'll tell you, I have absolutely wrong with the way Wellington is boxing out and going after the rebound. They are dominating, simply dominating this Jupiter squad on the glass, and it's not by accident. Brent, when that shot goes up, every one of those interior players are finding a man, getting themselves low, and pushing their man out.
Wilson's second shot is no good. Harvey had a hand on the rebound, couldn't take it away from Kwiatek, and here comes Duodin all the way to the rack, but he's tripped on his way in by number 12, Reed Goldwasser, his second foul. Second team foul this half on Jupiter, and the ball will go to Wellington out of bounds as they send number 33 back onto the floor, Jason Rosen. 3 minutes, 24 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Wellington 31, Jupiter 17. And they get the ball in. Here's Duodin with it. He sets the offense. He's not really the point guard, but everything goes through his hands when they set their offense. Now he wants Rosen to handle it out front. Gives it off now to Prudhomme. And they throw the ball away, trying to go to Kwiatek down low.
Well, it's no wonder they have the ball go through number 23's hands. He's a legitimate threat to shoot, dribble, or pass at any time. He's a multi-skilled athlete at this level, and you should have the ball go through his hands.
Absolutely. Now we've got a whistle and a foul away from the basketball. We're going to call it. think on Souders, his first foul of the night, but not the one you want there because it turns the ball back over to Wellington, already leading by 14.
Souders, where are you? He sparked that first half late comeback yesterday. They need his play right now.
There's a turnover by Wellington as they threw it in the back court. It skipped off the hand of Jason Rosen, and Jupiter will get it back. Looking for some type of offense. They've scored just 1 point in this third quarter. Here's Cordero with the ball, gets it to Lillard. He'll pull up, tough shot, off the mark, rebound, lost out of bounds by Wellington. Will stay with Jupiter. Devontae's shot, it almost seems like he's holding on to the ball too long because it's fading to the left. It's not that it's long or short, it's completely misdirecting.
And I'll tell you why that's happening. He's lost confidence in his game. He's not sure what he wants to do with the ball anymore. And he's actually looking for late passes once he rises without any clear vision of what he wants to do with the ball. That's why you're seeing that late hesitation. That's why his shot's off.
Jason Rosen is whistled for a foul, his first, team third. Goldwasser gets the ball to Cordero. He will get it back to Lillard. Devontae been held to just 4 points tonight. Here's Reed with the ball, gives it back to Cordero, bluffs the three-pointer, then has the ball knocked away, got a hand on it back, but Wellington will still have it. They'll fire from 17. It's short. Rebound, Reed Goldwasser. Jupiter tries to get something going in the open court. He brings it all the way down, puts up a shot on the run, but he's called for an offensive foul.
And it's a good call.
His third.
The man was in position well before that point, and Goldwasser figured I'd do a little bit of a Euro step and get to the side, get him moving and shuffling, but the Euro step wasn't far enough to the side. He stepped right into the man and got the shot.
Mike Kuva back in the lineup for Jupiter. Minute 56 to go. Wellington, very patient ball club tonight. They have been able to run their offense about any time they want. Now, Jupiter trying to double team out front, and a timeout call here by Matt Colon. That'll be the first that he's called tonight. With a minute 45 left to play in the third quarter, the score is 31-17 in favor of Wellington. Uncle Mick's Bar and Grill at 6671 West Indian Town Road in Jupiter features live entertainment every Wednesday through Saturday night. Join them for all the fun at Uncle Mick's Bar and Grill in Jupiter. Jupiter Medical Center is a proud sponsor of Jupiter High School basketball and sports on the Big W Sports Network. Your friends at the Jupiter Medical Center say go Warriors. After tonight's game, stop by Cheeseburgers and More in the Jupiter West Shopping Center on Indian Town Road and enjoy one of their great burgers and your favorite beverage. Make sure you're on the winning team when it comes to your financial future. Contact Richard Lepore at Signature Financial Solutions at 1375 Gateway Boulevard in Boynton Beach. Set your course for financial security. Phone 561-596-2743. And Giuseppe's Italian Restaurant in the Chasewood Plaza in Jupiter features a great family atmosphere. Enjoy their Italian cuisine daily from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. For takeout or catering, phone Giuseppe's in Jupiter at 561-743-2330. Wellington with the ball. Jupiter tries to pick up intensity on the half-court trap. Dribbling out of the pressure on his way to the hoop and do it and just takes it back out. They want the ball in his hands and he lobs it in the corner. Jupiter trying to chase now. They're surprised they don't have Jerome Davis in whenever they go to this particular set. They really like the way he gets after it. Here's a pass inside. A shot shoveled up, no good. Rebound battled for, grabbed by Wellington, blocked by Harvey, taken back by Calandis, and then a foul called, and now we've got some players getting into it. Coach is trying to settle players down. And I believe they're just going to have a foul on Joni Harvey, or do we have a technical foul called as well? Now, if that's on Joni.
No, it's going to be on.
Kalangis got the technical foul, but that counts as a personal foul as well. So Kalangis will go to the line to shoot 2 shots.
That young man's excited to get that rebound and get the shot back up. And the call, he felt he should have got the call on the first one.
He hits the free throw. He's got 6. He'll have another one coming here. Makes it 32-17. Wellington misses this one. Well, the first time he missed the first one, hit the second one. This time he hits the first one, misses the second. And now going to the foul line for Jupiter will be Mike Kuva, number 30. His first chance to score points tonight. Eyes it, flies it, missed it.
1 point scored in the entire third quarter.
Second shot by Kuva is good. It's his first point of the night. Jupiter's cashed in on 2 out of 4 from the foul line for their only points in the third quarter. Now they will have the basketball. A little surprised they didn't have Saunders shoot that ball. He's a pretty good free throw shooter. Made them about all of them last night, 9 out of 10. But they went with Mike Kuva with the broken hand, and he gets 1 out of 2. Here is Cordero with the basketball. Tries to penetrate, gives the ball to Devontae Lillard. And here is Kuva with the ball. A lot of dribbling and not much passing their offense here for Jupiter. Kuva's going to drive in, put up a runner, and get it, but it won't count as he, I think, was called for an offensive foul.
If he was, it's a terrible call. I would be okay with him getting called for stepping on the baseline, but if they called him for an offensive foul there, I really have a problem with that call. That was a beautiful move around the pick. Good job getting the basket.
But it doesn't count. Let's take it off the board, and Wellington will have the ball leading by 14, final 35 seconds. And here's stepping out of bounds with the basketball right in front of us is Brandon Joseph.
Now, they've gotten away from that half-court trap, and I don't know why. I love that look. I especially think they should be double-teaming number 23, Duodone, every time he touches the ball. You might as well just go ahead and double him and make the rest of the team prove they can shoot.
Yeah, that's a good point. Here's Kuva with the basketball. Tries to get it inside to Harvey. Good, tough catch inside, and he scores. Joni Harvey's the only guy really that's had much of an offensive game at all tonight, and he's worked hard to get it.
Harvey doesn't mess around when he gets the ball in the low post.
Steal by Kuva, saves it in, but he can't get it to a teammate as it goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Wellington. Joni Harvey was hustling trying to get it, but he couldn't come up with it. So Wellington will have the ball with 8 seconds, leading by 12 here in the third quarter. Ball's going to be inbounded by Brandon Joseph. And he gets it into the big guy, and he goes right up and shoots. Can't get it. Tipped away. Lillard's got it. Tries to pass it and got bailed out with a foul. Kalanges picked up the second foul, but I don't think it's a shooting. Yeah, it's only the 15th foul, so it's not a shooting situation. So Lillard will have to take the ball out of bounds. Somebody will have to catch and shoot. They're going to have 2 seconds. Lillard's got to get it in. Throws it to Cordero. Catches, shoots, and just missed it off the front of the rim at the end of the third quarter of play. It is Wellington 32, and Jupiter continues to be a quarter behind in the scoring with just 20, so a 12-point lead going into the final quarter here for Jupiter. And the Warriors, Brett, just simply need to get somebody hot that they can ride the hot hand, and they've not been able to do that tonight.
Well, the funny thing is we found out who that offensive threat for Jupiter is. They just aren't making concerted effort to get the ball to Harvey every time down the floor. Even if he doesn't have the shot, you get it down to him, you make the defense shift, adjust, pop it back out, and see if you can get your shooters going a little bit. Either way, they have to penetrate, kick down to the open man. Once again, when Wilson went off the floor, the offense ground to an absolute halt, and that cannot happen anymore. On the defensive end, they have to start doubling Duodone. They have to make the rest of the team work to get to the bucket and get good looks. The good thing for Jupiter is they're not out of this, Brent. If they really knuckle down and really collect their focus on both ends of the floor, they can get back in this one.
Well, they've got to do it on the defensive end. That's where they've got to do it. And their defense did look better. As you said, whenever they went to kind of an amoeba half-court defense, it did a little better to double teaming the ball and try to keep their quick players. And here is a guy that can chase very well in Jerome Davis, and it's good to see Jerome out there. Coach even talks about it. If we have run into that kind of game that we have to play, Jerome's as good as anybody.
I like that Jerome's out here. He's going to bring a physical, quick presence, and he's a great hustle player. And I also want to give props to Coach Anderson. He went to the man-to-man coming out of the halftime. He quickly got off, and it simply wasn't working.
Right away, they get the ball in to do it, and he takes a wild shot off the mark, try to three-pointer, and Lillard gets the ball ahead to Cordero. Inside, Joni Harvey. Got his man in the air, put it up and in. That's a big-time move over the 6'7" Salute.
And there it is. They immediately got the ball down to Harvey on the bounce pass. That's going to be the basis of this comeback right here, number 34.
10-point lead for Wellington. Here's Kwiatek on a drive, puts up a floater, can't get it, tips it, no good. Well, they miss it over the back inside. Ball loose on the floor, rolls out of bounds, should belong to Jupiter. It went off of number 1, Salute.
Great hustle play, and this is a real opportunity, a crystallizing moment for Jupiter.
Timeout's going to be taken here by Coach John Anderson, and he likes what he's seeing, and he wants to talk about it and keep it going. I think he senses his team having a little chance here to make a mini run, and it's all to defensive end. And I think a great move by him to put Jerome Davis in this ball game, who brings you a little more quickness, a little more speed. We talked about Cody Wilson. Cody's played a good ball game tonight. He scored 3 points. He's picked up a couple of fouls, but he brings some quickness, but I don't think the stamina is there quite yet. Not only making the swing from football to basketball, but he got injured, about the middle of the season, didn't play the last half, really, so I'm sure he's been riding the bike and all that stuff, but it's not the same as being on the court up and down.
Not even close, and we mentioned his minutes would be limited. We would have been very surprised to see him play big minutes here, and that's just what happened. That means other people are going to have to step up. Lillard, and some of these other guys, but it's all on number 34, Harvey, on the offensive end, even without Wilson feeding him the ball.
Cordero with the basketball, takes it all the way to the baseline, now reverses, gets it over to Kuva. He thought about the three-pointer. Now he's going to take it strong, puts up a runner, can't get it, but he drew the foul.
Yeah, I like that.
Got to call it on number 11.
This Kuva can really go off the dribble. I'd like to see a little more out of his left hand, but, man, he can really get to the rack.
Well, Coach hasn't even had him in practice much. Nobody has played less than Michael Kuva because of that broken hand. Puts up the free throw, and he got it. His second. And another one there. All of a sudden, they've got it knocked down to single digits with a lot of time left, Brett. 7:08 to play.
Yeah, I'm not surprised Coach Anderson called a timeout there. That was 3 consecutive stops in a row. They had a chance to close the gap below double digits. That's just what they've done here. We'll see if they can continue this run.
Kuba can't get the second free throw, so it stays at a 9-point deficit for Jupiter. And Coach Colin has gone to a smaller lineup to get some ball handlers in. Kwiatek gets free inside and scores.
Good pass and broke down.
Aaron Kwiatek gets his second basket. He's got 4, and it's back to an 11-point advantage for Wellington. Cordero with the ball. Harvey tries to set a screen. They can't work the pick and roll. Kuba fires a 3. It looks good, and it is. That'll change things. That hasn't happened. That's the first one of those tonight. And all of a sudden, 5 points for Michael Kuba, and here's the full-court press. Here's a dangerous pass. Kuba got a hand on it. He couldn't come up. Kwiatek with a good catch. Gets the ball off to do it, and who backs away. It's an 8-point ball game. There's a steal by Cordero, but do it and goes back to get it, then gets tied up, and then gets the ball off. Now they've got to hurry to get it across the timeline, and they do, to number 11, Rudolph. And there is a travel forced on number 21, Jean Rene. So Jupiter will have the ball, trailing by 8 with 6:05 to play.
Kuba is playing with unbelievable confidence for a guy who's missed that kind of time. The way he has taken the ball off the dribble, he took that shot in the corner without a thought and stroked it. He is leading this comeback for Jupiter.
Cordero will play the point. He's 6'2", and he gives them something out front when he has the point that they don't have a lot of, and that's size from the point guard. Here's Deontay going to the hoop. Oh, and he couldn't get it. But Jerome Davis cleans up inside. Big bucket by Jerome, and his first 2, and it's down to a 6-point game. Jupiter stays in the full-court pressure, but here's a snowbird at the other end, and beating the defense back, number 11, Rudolph, and he's got his first 2. Back to an 8-point game. Here's Devontae Lillard. He'll pull up. He'll fire again off the left side. Just off direction. And Wellington brings it down. Tries to beat the defense. Now Jupiter will try to get into their half-court game. Half-court defense. Got a man wide open in the corner. Puts up the shot. Makes it. Number 11. Nobody picked up Rudolph, and he's got 5. And right like that, back to 11. 5 point or 5 minutes to go, 11-point lead for Wellington. Kuba tries the three. It's going to be off the mark. Rebounded by Wellington, and they break out. They've got a man, Rudolph, back up court. He's going to bring it in, shoot over Harvey, and leave it short, and rebounded by Jerome Davis. And he might have been fouled under there by Quietech. No whistle. Now gets the ball to Michael Kuva. Jupiter trails by 11. They had cut it to 8, had a chance to make it 6. Get the ball into Joni Harvey. Nice back cut by Cordero, but he can't get it. Harvey follows, scores, and draws a foul. Joni Harvey with his 12th point.
Yeah, he didn't give up on the play there. He stayed within himself, right in his wheelhouse. He got that pass, collected it beautifully, and finished with the hoop and the hard. And maybe this run isn't over with yet. I thought we saw the end of the Jupiter run with that three in the corner, but I might be wrong, Brent. They might have life yet.
Rudolph picks up the foul. Joni tries to complete the three-point play, and he does. Drops in the free throw. He's got 13. And it's 39-31. Souders back in. A lot of time to play, 4:25, and at some point you might want to think about putting Wellington on the foul line too, because they really haven't burned the nets up tonight. Here's a pass, they get it in to Gooden. He brings it down on the run, goes up with a shot, but instead passes it out, and they'll reset the offense. Quietech standing back at the back of the zone. Nobody sees him. Here is a dribble penetration and then back out by Renee. Get the ball to Gooden, being chased. Back to Renee. He's going to take it in and kick to Quietech. Inside 4 minutes at 3:58. 39-31 is the score. Jupiter trails by 8. Wellington trying to run some clock and doing a pretty good job here. Dangerous pass to Gooden, and then he is fouled by, I think, Souders.
That's a perfect situation. A well-coached Wellington team. They wanted to cut the clock. They made very good passes. As soon as the double team came, they got the ball out of their hands and found the open man. Great job done by Wellington. They just chewed up 30 seconds.
Gooden will be at the line. He scored 16. He's not scored in the fourth quarter, and that's partially left the door ajar a little bit for Jupiter.
But it's not because of the great defensive effort by Jupiter. It's because this young man is intelligent and patient and is playing with great poise and finding his teammates, knowing that the attention had been drawn to him.
Bonus for Gooden. He puts it up, and he can't hit it, but they get the offensive rebound. Then it's a tie-up, I think. Or did we have a reach-in foul? No, we had a reach-in foul called. Who was that on? 32, Souders with another one. So going right back to the foul line will be Wellington, number 24, Brandon Joseph, who's not scored tonight, and he'll have the last 1-and-1 of the night as he puts it up, and he got it. That's his first point, and it's a big one as it pushes the lead to 40-31. Jupiter just couldn't get that defensive rebound on the miss by Gooden a couple of moments ago. Well, they'd have had a chance to really climb into this ball game.
Absolutely. And I don't know, check the milk carton because Lillard and Sauter have been absolutely missing in action. I don't know if you've seen them or not.
Free throw is off the foot, they say, of Gooden. And a break there for Jupiter. Trailing by 9. Here's Wilson. Tries to get the ball to Devontae Lillard, but knocked away by Wellington. 3:38 to play. Jupiter needs to score in a hurry and in a bunch.
They have to get a bucket here, Brad. It's critical.
Lillard gets the ball in to Davis. Finds Goldwasser. Three-pointer is too long. Rebound. Davis had it, and then a tie-up called between he and Gooden. It'll stay with Jupiter.
That was all hustle.
And strength.
And strength. Yeah, by number 24.
Jerome Davis.
Jerome Davis, yeah. I mean, that was a great effort by him.
Goldwasser gets the inbounds pass, gets the ball back to Devontae, and then throws it away. Souders goes back and gets it, but not until it's back across the timeline.
Very good call by the ref, seeing that no Wellington player had touched that. That was a very sloppy pass. I like the penetration, but you got to keep your head up on the dribble and know where the open man is. Devontae
needs to learn, too, to take that ball in, gather himself, head fake, get guys in the air, then go up and get to the foul line. Here is Brandon Joseph with the basketball for Wellington, guarded by Reed Goldwasser. Now, Cody Wilson jumps into a double team, and we've got a whistle and a timeout, I think, taken by Wellington. The second called by Matt Colin. 3:16 to play. 40-31, Wellington leading by 9. Giuseppe's Italian Restaurant in the Chasewood Plaza in Jupiter features a great family atmosphere. Enjoy their Italian cuisine daily from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. For takeout or catering, phone Giuseppe's in Jupiter at 561-743-2330. The Jupiter Medical Center is a proud sponsor of Jupiter High School basketball and sports on the Big W Sports Network. Your friends at the Jupiter Medical Center say go Warriors. After tonight's game, stop by Cheeseburgers and More in the Jupiter West Shopping Center on Indian Town Road and enjoy one of their great burgers and your favorite beverage. Make sure you're on the winning team when it comes to your financial future. Contact Richard Lepore at Signature Financial Solutions at 1375 Gateway Boulevard in Boynton Beach and set your course for financial security. Phone 561-596-2743. And Uncle Mick's Bar and Grill at 6671 West Indian Town Road in Jupiter features live entertainment every Wednesday through Saturday night. Join them for all the fun at Uncle Mick's Bar and Grill in Jupiter. 40-31, a 11-point quarter here by the Jupiter Warriors. Their best tonight was a 8-point quarter. They had that in the first, in each of the first 2 quarters. So this is their best offensive quarter, and they still got 3:16 to go. But they've got a lot of work to do as they trail Wellington here by 9.
They do have work to do, but that timeout by Wellington lets you know the coaching staff knows it's not over. And I promise you, Brent, they were stressing ball security.
Okay, and the inbounds pass comes in to number 11, Rudolph, and he is guarded by Jerome Davis. Has a lot of trouble getting it across the 10-second line, but now gets it off to number 21, and that's Gene Rene. He loses it and bounced very close to the 10-second line. Now Brandon Joseph is double teamed, and now the ball comes inside. Quietech was open but didn't get it. Here's a drive and a wild shot put up and missed, but Quietech tapped it in high off the glass. Aaron Quietech with a big swat and a big bucket after the shot was missed by Rene on a poor drive. Here's a three-pointer by Cody Wilson that looks good, and it is.
That's a quick trigger on number 4. He needed very little space of time to get that.
Here's a steal by Lillard, but he couldn't hold it. Now, in the open court, here comes Duodin. He goes up over Sodders, and Sodders had to foul him. That's his 4th, and it'll send Duodin to the line to shoot 2. He's 0 for 3 from the foul line tonight. 42-34, an 8-point ball game with 2:24 to go. Duodin will have 2 shots here, and I'll tell you what, it'll be rough if he makes them, but if he misses one or both, Jupiter has got to score. And he drops it in. Well, he'd missed 3 in a row, but he calmly dropped the one he needed, and that's his first point of the 4th quarter. He's tallied 17, but he had 12 of those in the first half when virtually nobody guarded him.
He's the type of player, though, Brent, that you know he's going to step up here and put a dagger in there. That's just what these kind of guys do to you.
Yep, that's true. That is true. 43-34, 9-point Wellington lead. High scoring. Jupiter's been a high-scoring team, but not the last 2 nights. Really struggled to put the ball in the basket after the first half from last night. Here's a free throw, and it's way off the mark. Sodders grabbed the rebound. So they've got a chance. Kuva quickly the other way. He's going to take the ball out. Taking a lot of time to get a shot off here. They don't have a lot of time. Sodders is going to drive in. He sees an opening, and he's held and grabbed on his way to the hoop, and it might go on salute number 1.
So Sodders did make it off the bus. Where was that? That dribble penetration, that's what got him to the line time after time yesterday. They needed that here tonight.
Salute is called for the foul. It's team foul number 8, and I think this will be the 1-and-1 for Anthony Sodders, who had a nice game last night with 16, has not scored tonight. Puts it up and cannot get it. Boy, that's a big miss for Jupiter right there. It's been that kind of ball game. And a breakout at the other end and a layup for number 11 is Rudolph, and he's got 7 all in the quarter, and they have hurt. Cody Wilson tries another 3. It's short. Rebound Wellington. Going to be tough now. Inside 2 minutes, 1:53 to play. 11-point lead for Wellington, and they're in no hurry.
Yeah, that was a heartbreaker right there. They came down, dropped in the layup, put it back up to a double-digit lead. Now they're going to take their time and suck the life out of Jupiter.
Minute 40. Jupiter asked to chase, and Sodders takes his 5th foul on number 23, Alex Duadon, who tonight has gone to the line 5 times and hit 1, but he'll have 2 shots here with the double bonus as Sodders fouls out of this ball game with no points tonight. The horse collar, after a nice ball game last night at 16, they could have used that kind of game tonight. They get it, they probably win this game.
I completely agree. If the Lillard and Stoddard of last night show up to this game with the way Wilson and Kuba were moving the ball, I think we would have seen a completely different outcome. I don't know what the game plan for Coach Anderson was, but I kind of wish it would have included a little more Stoddard.
Yeah, and we don't want to hang this all on Anthony's fault. There's plenty of blame to go around, but both free throws made by Duadon, who's now tallied 19. 47-34, 13-point lead. Goldwasser with a long 3. In and out, rebounded by Wellington. Minute 29 to play.
Goldwasser's got a nice stroke. He's just having a hard time finding his range.
Yeah, it's just not falling for him tonight. Wellington's going to win this district ball game. They lead it by 13, and here's a drive to the hoop and a foul on Cody Wilson, who didn't really like the call. Not a lot of contact. We've seen a lot more that was let go, but that time with the ball in the hands of Alex Duadon, the star player for Wellington, he just got a little too much body on him.
He's been the difference, but it's body combined with agility and quickness, and he's also got a pretty good on-court IQ, obviously. He really understands the tempo and the flow and what's going on in this game, and he adjusted his game accordingly. When he drew attention, he got the ball out of his hands, and when it came time to shoot, he shot.
Drops in both free throws, so after he hit 1 out of 5, he's now made 4 in a row.
Yeah.
And he's tallied 21 points, and it's now a 15-point lead as the ball's knocked away by Duadon. So this is going to be the best offensive quarter of the night for Jupiter, but it's still going to be far short of what they needed. They've scored 14, but they've still been outscored 17-14.
Brad, they only have 4 more points right now than they had in the first half of yesterday's game.
I know. Goldwasser with an NBA three-pointer out by the volleyball line. It's good. Reed now with
get a turnover and a quick 3, and you can really set this place on fire.
He's got 5, and here is
turnover. Almost.
Cordero couldn't come up with it. 49-37 with 40 seconds to go, and we'll keep it right here.
And there's no reason for the Wellington coaching staff to have a timeout in your pocket and watch the ball get turned over. Give timeout.
49-37 with 40 seconds to play, and it looks like that Wellington's going to even their record tonight, Brett, 3-3, and they're going to drop Jupiter to 0-4. But I keep thinking of what Coach said early on, first couple of practices. Don't judge this team till December. Number one, we've got a lot of guys that just have not played a lot of basketball, and we've been injured and hurt. But you know what? Those excuses only last for a while, and John Anderson will tell you that as well.
This is a team game, Brad.
Yeah.
And you can't just sit on 1 or 2 injuries coming back. That being said, I can't wait to see this squad with Kula, Wilson, Lillard, Harvey, all on the floor at the same time, healthy, playing big minutes. When Lillard gets a chance to get on the offensive end and everybody's not looking at him, if he can be the second or even third option, wow, could he be a real dangerous player?
Absolutely. That's a great point, too. When he's not the focus of the defense, things can open up for him. Wellington will have the ball. They lob it in to number 11, and that was Rudolph, and now he watches Brandon Joseph bring it down, gets double team, triple team, and they forget about Quietek, and he gets free inside for another bunny. He's got 8 points all in the second half and stretches it back to 14. Goldwasser with another long 3, but this one's a little bit short. And with 18 seconds to go, Duadon wants to dunk one, and he does, but a foul is called. It was before the shot, and I think they called it on Wellington.
They are going to call it on Wellington. I think they're going to call it an illegal screen.
Well, Goldwasser's going to shoot 2 free throws, I can tell you that, but I know he's going to shoot a 1-and-1, it looks like.
I think they're calling an illegal screen around half court to free Duadon to the lane.
And no shots, so with 14 seconds left to play in the game, Jupiter will have the basketball, but they trail by 16, 53-37.
And that is why you don't flashy dunk. At the end of a game, you've got one. As Duodon is holding on to his finger, he definitely injured himself on that dunk. Already whistled off. Coaches, that's got to drive him crazy.
He's not a happy man yet. He's still unhappy.
Oh, yeah.
So Goldwasser will inbound the ball to Cordero. Back to Goldwasser. Gets it to Devontae. He's going to drive to the hoop. A nice dish to Joni Harvey, and he is fouled by Brandon Joseph. And Joni will go to the line to shoot two. Joni is the only man in double figures tonight for Jupiter. He's tallied 13. He's had a nice ball game, and he's done a good job of staying on the floor against a much taller, much more physical Wellington team.
Well, I tell you, Brett, they came out of each quarter, that's the beginning of the game, second quarter, they came out of each break with plays drawn up to get the ball down to Harvey. A few possessions later, and they simply got away from it. I really wish they had stayed concerted trying to get the ball down to number 34.
Joni misses the second free throw. The rebound is taken by Wellington, and they'll dribble out the time, and they'll win this ball game by a final score of 51-38. Here's the way the scoring went in this one. Leading all scorers was Alex Duodon, a very good-looking ball player, tallies 21. 6 points for Clandell Salute. 8 points scored tonight by Aaron Quietek, all in the second half, and really most of his points were just getting away from the defense as Jupiter was chasing out front. 1 point in the ball game, but for Brandon Joseph, 1 of 2 from the foul line. 6 points for Stephen Kalangis, who gave him a very big lift off the bench. The big man had to come in for Salute, who got 2 early fouls, and 7 points for Daniel Rudolm in the ball game. And also scoring tonight was Nick Brown, 1 field goal for 2 for the Wolverines. For the Jupiter Warriors, a tough night for Devontae Lillard, who would not score after the first quarter. 2 field goals for Devontae, 4 points in the ball game. Reed Goldwasser, a 3-point basket and a 2-point basket in the game for 5. Joni Harvey leads the Warriors in scoring tonight with 14 on 6 field goals and 2 out of 3 from the free throw line. And 6 points in the ball game. Cody Wilson, a 2-point basket, 1 of 2 from the foul line, and a 3-point basket for 6 points. 2 points for Derek Beard on a pair of free throws. 2 points in the game for Jerome Davis on a field goal in the fourth quarter. And 5 points for Michael Kuba, a 3-point basket and 2 out of 4 from the foul line tonight. So again, the scoring for Jupiter, it's 14 for Harvey, 5 for Goldwasser, 4 for Lillard, 6 for Wilson, 2 for Beard, 2 for Davis, and 5 for Michael Kuva. And that's going to wrap it up from Wellington here tonight, where the host Wolverines are victorious in this district battle by a final score of 51-38 for Brent Rowley. I'm Brent Weibel saying so long till next time.